to the 2014 PWI Night of Champions. 5 championships to be decided tonight, including the big one. The PWI Championship will be defended later tonight by the Hurricane Shane Helms. Brad Stutts and Cecil Pizza in Scott are in the booth. And Cecil, we are kicking things off tonight here at the Night of Champions with a grown man's match, if there ever was one.
Oh, you got that right. My man Bobby Wohlfert and the great veteran, Mid-Atlantic veteran, Joe Storm. We don't see him a lot around here, but he is one of the toughest guys you'll ever see. Of course, finally got Bobby Wohlfert corralled. He was giving him a little bit of the fits in the early going here.
Wohlfert is so rambunctious. He's got so much energy that literally, like you said, he's tough to corral. He's tough to really get a feel for. Fingers in the eyes. Ow, 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 ow.
He's trying to gouge his eyes out like a melon baller. You're right, Bobby Wohlfert, he's fiery as it is, and he's just so all over the place.
Very difficult man to prepare for as an opponent.
I remember I teamed with him years ago when the NC State football team was in the front row, and he had every one of those guys ready to kill him by the end of it.
Joe Storm making an enemy of everyone in the house tonight.
Well, he's making friends quickly, of course. And you're not going to see a whole lot of fancy wrestling out of Joe Storm. He is very much a, grab your work pail and go to work kind of guy.
Kick you right in the ribs kind of guy.
Yes, sir. And now that's taken a little bit of that fire and starch out of Bobby Wohlfert. He came in a house of fire.
Interesting opening bout here. Two guys that I don't think have ever crossed paths before. Joe Storm, very well known in the Greensboro market, you might say. Greensboro, High Point, Winston-Salem. Those are the towns that Joe Storm really made his name in the late 90s and even up to modern day. Bobby Wohlfert, originally from the state of Michigan, when he relocated to the Carolinas, he was closer to the Carolina coast, making his name in Jacksonville, Wilmington, Charlotte, and that area. Pretty sure this is a first time ever meeting. Can't think of anywhere that these two guys would have crossed paths before.
And I'm pretty sure this is the first time we've ever name dropped Charlotte here on the air. Try finding that on a map.
Well, the guys at Midnight Mayhem have always been supporters of CWF Mid-Atlantic. They do a lot of stuff out in Charlotte. It's a PWI Night of Champions, C-Bear. There's a very communal vibe tonight. We got some guests from other territories like Joe Storm, other organizations under the PWI umbrella. And Joe Storm is still talking junk to Mark James in the crowd, who is not somebody that I would want to talk junk to.
Mark James may hit him with that baby. He needs to keep his eye on Bobby Wohlfert.
100% he does. Wohlfert trying to fire up now. Saw a little bit of glimpse of the competitive spirit of Mark James over there in the crowd. Oh, dropped him face first. Codebreaker, got to get him out from under the ropes. Does, no sir. They are rolling around like forever. Storm tried to get out. Wohlfert has him trapped and beats him. Joe Storm still had the presence of mind to try to get out. Wohlfert kept him trapped and won it.
Bobby Wohlfert!
Alright, anybody goes onto the CWF Twitter page, CWF247.com, I'm pretty sure I got that right. I'm kind of blind, so I don't know how to type. I said I would make a huge statement tonight. And that huge statement had nothing to do with what was in this ring. Majority of you all know, if not all of you know, that I am an active duty Marine, correct? Please, 2015. I love my job and I'd rather do it more than anybody. 15 years of doing it. It's still going. However, we all know 15 years of the Marine Corps, 20 plus years as an amateur, collegiate, and a wrestler for the Marine Corps all over the world, from Japan to Australia to Korea, and about 7 years here in this ring. I still remember my first day here. That guy right there gave me a shot. Brad Stutts. They didn't know me from the next guy coming from Florida. My very first match was in the Weaver Cup, 2009 of September. Dangerous E, Corey Ansel. Boy, he whipped me like a mule. And I enjoyed every second of it. I love that man to death. Corey, I love you, brother. Now, through all the wrestling and all the Marine Corps stuff, things are bound to happen. And I just got back from a couple of deployments. You all know this. Unfortunately, you let your body go at that time. If it was just good old-fashioned wrestling, I could keep it going. However, my Marine Corps career says you need to get something fixed. I'm not saying I'm retiring, because God said me, I ain't retired. God, I don't care if I'm 36 years old. So, being 36 years old, things break down a little bit faster and don't quite heal the way I like. So, tonight will be my final match for 6 months to a year. I'm not going to let him ruin it. I'm not going to let him ruin it. Before he even opens his mouth, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I have to have extensive ankle surgery. They have to drill, and they've got a scope. I'm going to be out 6 months to at least to a year. So, this thing's heavily taped.
You can talk later.
It's heavily bandaged, but I want to give you folks, the ones who gave me so many years ago, one more shot tonight before I go away. So, you welcome me back from Afghanistan and Iraq. Now it's my turn. Thank you.
Let me have it. Let me have it. Let me have it. Please, by all means, let Brad Stutts say something.
Yeah, you better.
Where you at, buddy? I still can't see.
You better, Levi.
All I want to do is say thank you, Bobby Wohlfert, and let's move on with the next match. Randolph, let's get some music playing. Let's go. Thank you very much, Bobby, for everything that you have always been to CWF Mid-Atlantic. And that's that.
You brought it on, Brad. You brought it all on. Thank you, Mr. War Hero.
Get him back.
Get off.
We'll pick it up. Just get him out. Hey, Lee, get off of him.
Let's get him out. Let's get him out. Let's get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out.
Kids waiting on him. Y'all need to go